Alright, welcome to Divinity Original Sin 2 Honor Mode Plus. So, just a short info. I sold everything and ordered, plus structured the inventory a little bit more. We bought ourselves a new crossbow for Seville to just up the damage of her. A little bit more up to date, level 12 crossbow. And now we also leveled up because we went into the cellar of from the Magisters. Had a little discussion here, ended unfortunately in a bloodbath. And one of the things, just for you to see also the story, this here is the room where all of the Magisters are being observed. And we found ourselves a sorcerer ring with summon fire slug, which is quite nice. Like that's a pretty good and unique ring. Fire Slug is really a nice spell, and having access to it is also not bad. We won't need it, but that's just a really nice ring that we can bench in our stash. So how are we going to level the characters? Basically, I really want to finish the main stat. So with Psychen, we're going to continue strength. We have finished warfare. And now the questions really are if we want to continue two-handed, which would be a static buff, or if we want to go for Scoundrel to continue the crit multiplier and also increase the movement speed a little bit. That definitely is something that I'd like to look at. Another option could be Polymorph. Just one more for Skin Graft and a lot of the other Polymorph abilities that we can't learn so far. And I think I'm going to go with Polymorph for now. Will give us another attribute point, and afterwards we'll probably go into Scoundrel for the extra crit. So that makes sense. And as a talent, there's really a lot we could take. Probably we're going with Picture of Health because it's just so good. It's 30% extra health for now. Living Armor would be a thing as well. Yo. No, I think Picture of Health pretty much nails it, and we're at 1100 vitality, which is just wonderful. As for him, our tank, I think we're pretty much on a good way. Could use a little bit more slots for additional spells. That could be one thing. Yeah, more or less okay, though. So might as well continue with Constitution. 1500 HP. We haven't finished summoning yet, which is interesting because we have +6 on summoning, so he's now at 16. That is really, really good. 80% more vitality damage, physical armor, magical armor. That's also one of the reasons why the incarnates are just super strong. As for him, the elemental affinity is not bad because when standing in oil, we would effectively get a nice little cost reduction. Hothead is also okay, but he's not really dealing the damage by himself, so that wouldn't really matter all too much for him. I thought about Escapist because he is also very sturdy, so might as well use that in case of later fights that would go wrong. It's kind of a safety net almost. Or last but not least, the living armor piece, which I think we're going to go for living armor or elemental affinity. The elemental affinity is not bad if we're effectively standing in oil. The living armor will help always. So let's go with living armor for now. I want to see how it works. As for her, finesse, and soon we're going to go into wits. She has finished warfare. We might want to go one more level into huntsman. Huntsman isn't that bad, but another option is also scoundrel, mainly also for adrenaline. Huntsman is nice for the higher ground damage, so that's really good as well. But we might want to go into scoundrel to get a higher crit chance now. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Dr. Goose, probably good, but I think we're going to go for a picture of health with her as well, because that is, again, just 300 hit points right off the badge. That is okay. Elemental Ranger is also not bad. I like Elemental Ranger a lot. But currently she's being hit quite often. And therefore I think we are going with picture of health to make her more tanky. Yeah, there we go, like directly over 1,000 hit points. That's pretty good. Okay. As for our support character, I think we're on a good way. Pyro works out just very well so far. Might as well give it one more point so we can learn the level 3 abilities. I think that is useful. Then we do have 2 base points in all of the others, and we're going with Hydro as a main ability. That definitely makes sense. So Pyro. And we could go for Hothead. She is very high. She has a very high health. Or we go with Savage Sortilege, which would let us crit, and that is also not bad. So I'm probably going with Hothead here because it's a fixed critical strike chance. Although, wait a second, if the spells can't crit, then this doesn't matter. So we first of all need to have the spell crits. There we go. And then Hothead next. Okay. Very well. Think no one received any extra slots. Perfect. Which means I'll just do some more logistics and order the stash, and then we continue in the next video.